everything's going away quite nicely, the stock's boiling away, and it's now time to put on the chicken. I have a lovely, quite hefty cast iron griddle. It's one of my favourite pieces of equipment in the kitchen. It does everything that I ever need. I can even cook a full English breakfast just on it for 2 people. Anyway, we just keep the heat up, and we let that heat up for a while. Okay. Right, what we have here, this is the stock from earlier. As you can see, it's getting nicely brown. It's getting a little bit cloudy, which is exactly what we want. And that can just stay on basically until you're ready to use it. Keep it on low heat. If it gets a bit too low, top it up with water and pretty much ignore it. This is the grill. It's starting to heat up. It's in fact getting quite warm to the touch now. Generally with chicken, it's very low in fat, so you will need to put on a bit of oil. The good thing about the griddle is it's already been deep treated with oil, and it's fairly non-stick. There are some problems, but what it means is this lot just goes straight on without any hassle whatsoever. I shall remind you, this is the Saki ginger marinade. And listen to that. Okay, this is going to take a little while, but I should explain exactly how you can tell your meat's done. There's a general rule for steak. If you take your hand and do that, and feel here, when you're cooking, that is well done steak. You're never looking for well done chicken because it's all charcoaly and horrible. You'll probably want about that. Just relax. It's firm. It's not completely floppy like it would be there. Just very lightly tense. And if you are worried, we're going to be cutting it later. If it's still pink in the middle, I will put it back on to cook just for a couple more minutes, just to get rid of everything. So, that's it for another 10 minutes or so, I reckon. Okay, as you can see, just along the bottom edge, it's going a kind of white colour rather than the pink. That's it getting cooked. I'll be flipping these a bit later, probably not too long from now, but you'll see that they've got nice proper charred lines where the griddle marks are, and it's all going through. This is on a fairly low heat. In fact, I should drop it down a little bit more. Because it's a complete dependent on how you cook. You can either have it something really thin, high heat, that will cook very quickly, but you need the heat to penetrate all the way through without drying out the bottom level. So for this, you want it kind of low, just to make sure that everything gets cooked properly without any burning. And here we go. Everything's ready. We've got it kind of cooked roughly to the middle, and it lifts off the griddle quite nicely. There you go. Lovely scorch marks. It's all looking quite nice. Right, the stock's almost ready. In fact, it is ready, more or less. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out all the big chunks of food that I've put in. And I seem to have reduced it just a little bit more than I was planning. So I will top up with a little more water. See, this is one of the beauties of doing a stock like this. You cannot screw it up. If it gets too dry, you put more water in, it doesn't look like it's got more flavour, you boil it down. It's really nice and simple. But anyway, that's... As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than I should like. This is supposed to be a basic soup type stock. I'm going to be cooking noodles in it later just to save on washing up. And that goes back on the heat to simmer for a while. Meanwhile, as you can see, chicken's coming along nicely. And in fact, it's almost time to start chopping the rest of the vegetables. Right, this is the art of lazy cooking. These vegetables are to be served practically raw. Now, slightly smaller knife. There we go. Nice and neat, lots of control, good for fine vegetables. So we get rid of that. And get rid of just the tips. Just get them slightly cut on an angle.